Hi, everyone. Marianne Croce here from Small Biz Vantage, again with a business leadership in 15 minutes. And I do these once a week on Tuesdays for a couple of reasons. I like to keep topics current and trending. These are topics that I talk to clients and business owners with, questions that they have. So I like to keep things real. The idea here is for you to be able to shift your perspective on how you think about something in your business so you can then turn it into your competitive advantage. And that's a great way for you to really thrive in your business, for your business and your life to be successful and you to feel fulfilled in both areas. The second reason I do this is for you to be able to take in a very short time one action item away and implement it in your business. So let's get started. If you find this valuable, please share it with another business owner that you know. I think it's really important that we pay it forward because maybe we've gone through something and worked through some type of a challenge, but there's another business owner that we know that can learn from that. And I believe we could all learn from each other. So this week's topic is customer service to customer care. And this is a topic that I've been thinking about for a long time. And I took this angle on it because really you can talk on so many different areas of customer service. So I took this one because I've been seeing, and I myself have been experiencing a lot of what I would say, poor customer service today, whether it's, in all different spaces and all different industries. And that's happening for a number of reasons. But today, I want to talk about how you can stand out and how really I can't say enough about customer care. What happens is at times it seems as though people who are hired to care and service customers, they seem to care the least or not at all. Think about the last time that you yourself, as a customer, right? As you yourself, I know you're a business owner or a leader in a business, but you yourself were in the customer position. You were wearing that hat and you had a bad customer service experience. Think about what that last time was and what it was like. A lot of times people will say to me, it was more like customer no service, right? And when this happens, it causes really a lot of frustration for the customer. So the customer will actually experience things like, if you were to unpack it with them afterwards, their experience would be, I felt like I wasn't heard. Somebody wasn't listening to me. I had to repeat the same story or, the same situation. I had to repeat it to multiple people, and they find that really frustrating. They were getting a response that really had nothing to do with the issue that they were having. It almost seemed kind of strange to them. And the suggestions, right, that were made were things that you had already done, already that you tried, and they didn't work. So they made these suggestions and you were just frustrated again. So when we care, what we're doing is we can walk a customer through our process, and we can do it with empathy and the willingness to help. And that could make all the difference in the world. So that's really what we're doing when we think about taking customer service to the level of customer care. And, I really love this quote because I think it's so relevant for customer service. The late Maya Angelou said, people will forget what you said and people forget what you did, but people never forget how you made them feel. And that's really true. Things can go wrong for someone and they may have to call up a customer service department. They may have to deal with someone and they may dread it. But in the end, they were like, wow, I really felt good with the outcome of that. And I felt like they were really concerned and they cared about me as a person and my situation. So, while this quote is it's great, in everyday life. What if businesses started living it and breathing it, and we were able to take it to the next level, especially when it comes to our customers? Many owners believe that success goes hand in hand with customer service. A lot of people will tell me that when I speak with them, whether it's a client or it's a business owner or I'm doing a presentation at an event afterwards, people will agree that, yeah, it really does. Success does go hand in hand with customer service, because how you make your customers feel will determine how loyal they are to you and your business. So they're more forgiving when things do go wrong because you've earned their trust and they know that you have their back. So I want to go over the steps for customer care. Now, to put this in context, what I'm saying is this is the next level of customer service when you bring it to customer care. That's what I consider like next leveling your customer service. So what you want to do, whether it's you yourself or it's a team member, you want to give your customers your full attention. You want to give your customers your full attention, no distractions. So set things up so that you can really give your customers, your clients, your attention. And you're not going off in a bunch of different, directions. Listening is very different than hearing. Hearing is when you're just hearing the words, waiting for a break, and waiting to jump in and talk, thinking more about what you're going to say. But listen, take notes of what their concerns are. You can hear it in their tone. Don't make them repeat. If you do have to transfer somebody or they have to talk to someone else, make sure if you're going to put them on hold that you give someone some notes and they're not starting all over again. Or better yet, have that person that they need to talk to call them back after you've kind of briefed them and let them know what was going on. Show some empathy, right? Empathize with them, care and understand what's important to them. Not necessarily what's important to you, but what's important to them. What is it going to be like if they don't get their vehicle back? What is it going to be like if you can't show up at their home, for a repair? How is that going to affect their life? Make sure that they know what's going on. What's going to happen if they don't get their product that you're sending them? It makes a big difference. So care and understand what's going on in their world. Walk them through your process. You have a process of how you do things. You do it because you do this all the time. Educate them on what to expect. This is a great way. If they've had a bad experience with another business, you're like a competitor, and they keep going into that story, I find that you could say, I'm sorry that you had that experience, but let me walk you through our process and show you how we're going to keep you updated and in the loop the whole time. And what that does is that takes them off of focusing on the negative, a bad experience that they may have had with a different company, and it focuses on how you're going to help them. So very important to walk them through that process, because at that point, you are educating them and they're getting an idea of what they can expect from you. Leave a little bit of time, give time for questions. Make sure that they understand. Answer them their questions. Ask them if they have any questions and confirm the expectations. Sometimes someone doesn't hear everything that you're telling them because they have other things going on in their life. So make sure it's a good time to speak with them. Ask them if it's a good time to speak with them and answer their questions. Make sure that they understand and they know what to expect. Confirm those expectations. And then lastly, this is a really important part and it gets overlooked sometimes. Follow through. Keep them posted if you told them that you were going to keep them posted. Keep them updated and follow up after whatever service you provided was delivered, whatever it is that you did for them. Follow up. This is really a next approach. It's a next level approach. And I really call this customer care. It's not just customer service. You're going beyond. Follow through and follow up with them to see what their experience was like. People will really gravitate to your company. People will really appreciate that because a lot of people aren't doing it today. So what I found over the years is that many people that are working in customer service today are checking off boxes and they believe that they're doing a good job. But as a result of just checking off these boxes, the customer is having a really bad experience. So I understand that there's a lot that goes into like the behind the scenes of what you do and a great customer care experience, but customers have no idea. And frankly, they don't need to. Telling a customer about all of the company's challenges and all of the company's problems is a no. It's up to our job as business owners to navigate through that and figure out how to put systems and processes in place. Over the years, I can tell you that I interviewed many customer service representatives. And at some point during the interview, most have told me that they felt like they were running a complaint department in the companies that they worked for. Can you imagine that? That's what they thought of what they did. They saw it as I'm just in a complaint department all day long. And they felt very, very limited to what they could do, what they were allowed to do to best serve the customer. So I want you to try this for yourself. I follow up with a couple of different things. One of them is when I talk to a customer service rep, or I'm interviewing one, or I'm talking to someone who is in that role, and they're the one that are handling the customers and walking the customers through that process, I ask them to share their best and their worst customer service experiences as a customer, because we can unpack and walk through what a great experience was and what a bad experience was and how they could have served them better. Like they were the customer. How could that company have served you better? What could they have done? What should they have done? And you would have had a much different experience. So I asked them that, and that really helps them really kind of unpack it and break it down. The next thing I say is don't take it personally. And I know this is easier said than done, but it takes practice. But when you get to that higher level of customer care, what happens is you realize that customers have lives too. They have a lot of things going on, and their car may have broken down. They may need a repair in their home, like whatever it is that's going on, they call you. They're already frustrated from the situation, and now it may seem like they're taking it out on you. Don't take it personally. People are frustrated. There's a lot going on in their life. And we are just the next call that they had to make, the next email that they had to send. So take a breath and read through it and listen to them and really hear what's going on. Customers do have a lot going on. And there are some people out there that I realize that you will never make happy. So I'm not saying that you have to make everyone happy, because frankly, in some situations, there's just going to be some people out there that no one can make happy. And usually those are the people that even their family knows that, and their friends know that. They're like, oh, you can never make that person happy. So don't beat yourself up on that. At the end of the day, the goal really is to care about what you are doing and who you are serving. You care about the people that you serve, and you really care about the quality. You care about what you're doing. When you care about best serving your customers, then you will go and take your customer experience to a whole nother level, the level of customer care. So this is where you really create loyal customers and people who want to refer you to others because they really trust you. They know that you have your back. So what I want to leave you with is, what did you learn from your best and your worst customer service story. Think about it. If you found this video helpful, please share it with another business owner, because the best way for us to succeed is really helping others, business owners, because they may be going through something and could use this little bit of advice or this tip at this time. So I thank you for being here. I look forward to next week's Business Leadership in 15 Minutes. And here is to an enjoyable week.